Man rules.
Yeah,
and this is why men are violent towards women in relationships.
That's no answer.
I don't think it's an answer, but if I could say one thing, it's number one is I want to reiterate that not only is it the person's choice to view it, but it's also the person's choice to participate in that action. And I do also agree with everything you said. We've talked about it many times with other people, and I believe that the industry has come to this point because the industry has basically lost our creativity, and it's easier to shove more dicks in a penis than it is to write something that's compelling, and to act something that's compelling, and to cast something that's compelling, and to ask a woman, who would you like to work with? Who would you like to have sex with? And that's what we do. And the reason we do that is not just because I feel like if I want to convince somebody to do something I want to do, I need to make it make sense to them economically. I've got to take morality out of it because this is a capitalist society.
This isn't a moral business right here.
So there is no morality in business, period. I don't care where you're at, Wall Street, whatever. There's no morality in business.
BP oil spill.
Exactly. So the way I say it is, and one of the gentlemen here actually reiterated this point. What is sexy about Ghetto Guiders? How am I going to sell and package something called crack whores? And so what I decided to do, and there is a series called Crack Whores. What makes my dick hard about crack whores? I don't understand. But
yours?
Maybe somebody.
Or mine?
Yeah. There's something else I have to tell you about, so
okay.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
I might need security.
Anyway, back to Dr. Dines. Thanks for bearing with me. What we have decided to do was not do that. We own a company called DEF, Depth Entertainment Family. We've been producing movies for about 8 years now, and we do focus on the female orgasm.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this for Gail Dines. Are you guys producing adult films that have intimacy building practices in them, or is this just because that's what they say about porn, and you can help me here, Gail, if you want to. You could jump in. They say that porn lacks intimacy. That's why there are no real, there's no
real orgasm.
It's just, hey, we met each other. You're naked. I'm banging. I squirt off. We're done.
And what they call her as well. Remember the names they call her: slut, cum dumpster. How did you
exactly? We don't do that. We don't do that because I think it's stupid and I don't think it's sexy. But I think at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind a 13-year-old watching if they had to watch something.
Wait, hold on.
If they had to watch something, if they're getting on the internet and watching something, which we know that they are, I would rather them watch something like what we have produced.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If they stumble into somebody's stash, stumble into uncle's stash or daddy's stash of porn, that they find some instructional porn.
Right. And Can I just say one? I want to say though, I don't believe in. Hello?
Yes.
I don't believe in capitulating to the porn industry. I think what I'm hearing you saying, look, it's terrible, it's capitalist, there's nothing you can do, and I don't believe that.
No, I think we said that there is something we can do, and we've done it.
Well, I don't believe that's doing it.
So what's your answer?
I think that's buying into the same ideology as pornography. I don't see that as any different, I have to tell you. Because what you're doing is you're still creating a product for mainly men, a consumer product to mainly
around men. Have you watched it?
Well, you know what? Listen, she's right. 75 to 85% of people who are involved in porn is dudes. It's guys. But
porn for women doesn't sell.
But let me just say this. My question to Gail Dines here is, people are telling me that you seem a little more biased to the porn experience as it relates to men. My question to the actors here, do you guys have films that show women whooping men's ass and being, abusive to men?
Well, I don't have any films of that nature, but my style of sex...
Are they out there?
Yes.
Yeah, they're out there, but my type of sex, and I have a lot of female fans, and I have females that'll hit me on a Facebook or come up to me in the street and was like, man, I like the way you perform your act, because, you take your time with the girl, and she's not like a piece of meat. I've seen girls, man, just dog the girl, but, and to go back to the race card, it'll be the other half, playing them dirty, but they won't do interracial with me.
Okay, so this is what I want to do right now. Miss Gail Dines, this is what I want to do. Do you have a website? And I want people to go out and buy her book. I have her book right here, How Porn Hijacks Our Sexuality by Gail Dines. And I think it's an excellent book. where can they find you? Do you have a website?
Yes,
Do you have?
It's Gail Dines, GAILDINES.com. So they can go on my website. I've got my articles up there. I've got a whole biography, a bibliography, so people can get more information.
And I have one more thing to ask you real quick before I wrap. Just give me quickly 3 ways that adult films can hinder our relationships.
Okay, they give unrealistic expectations of how men perform sex. They give unrealistic expectations of how women perform sex, and they have absolutely no intimacy. It's based on just what we call hookup sex, and it destroys the ability for women and men to develop close, intimate, connected relationships.
Wow. I appreciate your call. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on The Voice of Reason. Thanks for being the somber voice here today, and we hope to have you back at some point.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Now, Gail is gone. She was a very powerful guest. We're about to take another quick break. The pros and cons, peaks and pitfalls of adult film star relationships and their industry's effect on yours and mine. Call me back. I got callers on the line. I'm getting to you right now. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, Foxhole Radio. I'll be back in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason, has returned. Tonight's topic is absolutely on fire. Get to your phone lines right now. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. That is your personal hotline. Trust me, I will get to you right now. We're going to callers. Tonight's topic, the pros and cons, peaks and pitfalls of adult film star relationships and their industry's effect on yours and mine. Chris, Utah, you're in the Voice of Reason. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I just want to say, first off, I'm glad that you threw out the definition of what pornography is. 'Cause in my eyes, it's more of a documentation or documentary than anything else. When Gail was talking about how, it's showing guys being domineering, and especially when it came to the big black penises, I mean, and showing, white guys, I mean, I'm a white guy myself, and showing us that, trying to say that it gives us a perspective. I can't go to any white person and be like, hey, what kind of porn turns you on? Big black penises to any guy. And, I mean, freak out. They'd be like, no, man, like, what the hell are you talking about? We go up to any girl, we'd be like, hey, does this turn you on? I mean, any white girl, and they'll be like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hot. And I think a lot of what the porn industry feeds on is the current fetishes.
Right. That's a good point. Man. Thank you for the call, brother. Appreciate you. Black Ass Kenny from Memphis. Talk about this topic, man.
Hey, what up, Zoe? Look, I got a quick question, man. 'Cause I used to watch porn a lot in my early 20s, but now it's changed so much, man, because it's borderline funny / disturbing. Because it's to the point to where you got folks on there shitting and pissing on each other. Right. I'm trying to figure out, like, what part of the game is that? How is that sexually, intriguing? Because it's like the porn stars who do that, are they really into that? Or is it more of a situation where the producer's like, yo, I'll throw you a couple extra stacks if you let this guy shit on you?
Hey, Johnny Depp is here right now. Deanna DeVoe, answer his question.
Peace. Man, look, I tell you like this.
First of all, we agree with everything you're
saying.
I
agree with everything that you're saying. And you know what? And I don't think no amount of money, I think a lot of cats just be into crazy shit like that, man. A lot of cats fetishes, man, just be off the chain, man, off the meter, man. They like all types of stuff, man. So I don't even think it's about the money sometime, man.
But I do want to say that knowing the porn industry like I do,
Thank you, Kenny.
I think you guys give us way too much credit. We make the trends. Fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to say, we don't do any market research. You've never seen somebody on the corner, saying, hey, what kind of soda do you like? Oh, by the way, what kind of pornography do you like? You've never seen that. We have no idea what the world wants to see. And so we make it in the San Fernando Valley, generally, and we put it out there and we stuff the shelves. And you guys say, well, hey, this, okay, I guess I like this now. And it's unfortunate. We are imprinting. So yeah, give it about 10 years and you'll like shit and piss too.
Wow. Hey, listen, call me right now. You want to talk to Johnny Depp and Diana DeVoe? Now's the time to do it. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. We're talking about the pros and cons, peaks and pitfalls of adult film star relationships and their industry's effect on yours and mine. Somebody call me right now. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Mark, North Carolina, let me talk